or just after 9 o'clock on Good Friday morning for me. So no, this is not an April Fool, despite the fact that some of you are still on the 1st of April. You know, it can't be helped. I'm just ahead of the natural curve, literally. So this is the final episode of my Black Eagles Ironman Hard Classic run. Last episode we went to Talteen Plains and defeated Rhea. Wounded her pride more than anything. She wasn't beaten. We had to take care of Dimitri and Sylvain, and unfortunately Dedu. I like Dedu, he never did anything wrong, but they were standing in Edelgard's way. Simple as that. So now, the final battle is at hand. And, yeah. Hold up a sec. Okay. Okay, I just messaging one of my friends. I invited him to show up to the stream to see the final episode, and it turns out Black Eagle's route is the only route he hasn't yet beaten, so he doesn't want spoilers, which is fair enough. No worries. Okay. Just have a quick drink to steady my nerves. Because this is it. There's no going back. Not at all. I have 12 units. And yeah. Hang on, I gotta get this in order. Stream manager. Yep, okay. Stream manager's up and working properly. And Streamlabs is working properly. I just really don't want this to mess up. Right. Let's go. Here are our units. Yobinaga, Edelgard, Hubert, Yuritsa, Dorothea Linhart, Ferdinand and Caspar to round out the original Black Eagles cast. We have 2 golden deer in the form of Marianne and the recruited Lysithia. Recruited from Crimson Flower, not from White Clouds. Mercedes is the only blue lion among us. And Yuri, of course, who is the replacement for Bernadetta and has been absolutely invaluable this run. He's just going to be going all out with that Wo Dao of his. Yuritsa and Hubert have been really good with their lances. One on the physical side, one on the magic side. Dorothea as our dancer has been just... could not have defeated Rhea last map without her dance. Mercedes is just the bomb healer, which of course she is. Marianne has kind of taken a bit of a back seat most of the time in this run. I really only saved her because I like her. But she makes a good adjutant. Caspar and Ferdinand both get a chance to shine now. Killer Lance and Killer Axe. I don't think I can make the Killer Lance plus I run out of Black Sand Steels. But he can use the Spear of Asal, which works perfectly with his crest, I think. Let me see. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have exactly 0 gold left. I have no way to repair the Spear of Asal. So hopefully its durability holds up. Everyone's battalions are good. It's all done. Hello to you too, Scumbrain. Funny streamer Beetle. This is it. And this is a very, very hard map. There's lots of reinforcements that show up when you don't want them to. We've got lots of Fortress Knights here. Gilbert, we've already beaten him once, but he won't be any easier here, armed with a tomahawk. So hopefully that decreases his accuracy enough. We have Ash with a brave bow. I've just realized these units are like level 38, level 39. We're kind of a little bit under-leveled here. But that's just what happens when you only do paralogue battles and story battles. We've got a fleet of Falcon Knights here. We have a Ragnarok and Bolting Warlock here, so she can just hit us from frickin' 10, 12 squares away. Cyril with a Brave Axe. Good lord. Scary, scary. And we have Annette over here with an axe. Yes, she's a warlock with an axe, but the thing is, this axe is a magic axe. And yeah, that's why she has 61 attack strength with an axe. Oh boy. We have Holy Knights over there. We have an Excalibur and Fimbulvetter warlock over here, so that's terrifying. And up here is Catherine with a droppable Thunderbrand. I love how the game sort of incentivizes you to kill her because Thunderbrand is a droppable item. And oddly enough, I have a unit on my team that can wield Thunderbrand to its full potential. And it's this little girl right here, our mage, can wield Thunderbrand because she shares the crest of Karen with Catherine. So I always like to do that. So since I have got a giant shell, which increases defense, I'm just going to go through everyone's protection levels here. I think, honestly, Lysithea does benefit the most from just using the giant shell. It makes her somewhat tankier. There we go. Defense +2. Any other stat boosters? No. We do have an elixir. It would be foolish to leave that in the convoy, so let's grab that out. She doesn't need it. We'll give it to someone who has lots of HP. Caspar has lots of HP. And so does Ferdinand, but their inventories are full at the moment. I don't need to give it to Linhardt because he has healing focus. Perhaps I'll give it to Yuritsa. Yes, Yuritsa can have an elixir. I think that works just fine. Although I will trade Concoction and Elixir here. The Brave Axe, Aimer, the Silver Axe, and the Tomahawk. Time for Edelgard to show her stuff. Aimer is fully repaired, so we can go Gale Force on their ass. Now let's see where they are on the map. So we have a golem here. It's weak to lightning. Also interesting, its name is Chevalier. This one's name is Bernhard. This one's name is Luca. I wonder what these are in reference to. Gadgis? And Iris. So, Chevalier is the only one that makes sense. That's actually the name of one of the former apostles from the DLC of this game, but the other games must just all be references to past Fire Emblems, because I don't recognize these names. I have a good day, it seems. I burnt out on modding, but a very big modder going by Mr. Shadow CX interested using my assets of the Elders and other aliens. I want to see if I can twist that into, if I give them what they want, they'll finish the modeling and animations for my aliens. I mean, gotta use what resources you have. And if that's something that you think you can do, I'm going to bring Ferdinand over here, I think. Instead of Marianne. And Dorothea being there is actually a good idea too. She can use Dance of the Goddess. Although if I put her there instead, Yeah, I think I like that. So, but who's over here? Edelgard isn't afraid of any snipers. She has an Aurora shield. Nothing to fear. Saving again, one last time. Time to start. Yominaga or Edelgard fall in battle. This is my favorite track in the whole game too, by the way. Indeed. This music is so good. I think I cried the first time I heard it. I'm not even afraid to admit that. It just has this real end of the world as we know it, imminent kind of feeling, which I think is perfect for a final boss. And it's incredibly emotional too. And nullifies damage from magic attacks, makes crits impossible. So that means Hubert's not going to be able to hit Chevalier with his magic lance. Somewhat upsetting. Let's make this quick. And even Lysithea attacking with Seraphim won't be able to damage him. So it looks like it's going to come down to Ferdinand. The thing is, it also has oh, Piercing Light Lance, range 1. I could have sworn it had, like, range 3. Oh, hello, Alice. Glad you could join us. Alright. So if he only hits at 1 range... I don't believe that for a second. These things always hit at 3 range. Okay, well, there she goes. Yeah, well, I mean, if it says they only hit at 1 range, then I'm going to have Ferdinand come here. But also... Is it a magical attack? It is a magical attack. Oh, that's 52 attack. On his 13 res. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I'm not sure how to tackle this. No one here really has a lot of resilience apart from Hubert. Unfortunately, Hubert also doesn't have very much physical attack power. Oh, he will be able to damage it though. So we'll have Hubert wait here. And... yeah, I know he's riding into the fire right now. But still. There's a reason why I'm doing this. I plan to. There we go, Gambit. Now all 4 of these... Oh, hello. All 4 of these guys have Blessing now, so they won't die once. So now what to do? You're going after Yuritsa? That is a fool's errand, my friend.
Understood.
If Yuri goes here, he can kill with the Brave Bow if every hit lands. If every shot lands. Nice! Oh, he actually got lethality on the last shot. That's really funny. If he got it on the first shot, he would have saved 3 uses of the Brave Bow, but oh well.
What's my strategy?
Well, at the moment, your strategy might be taking care of this guy. The Iron Bow works, and Marianne can heal. Yeah. Okay, I think I've figured out my strat here. Nosferatu doesn't do anything. The Iron Bow here is pretty good. Okay. Edelgard. That's a dead up. That is a dead sniper. And now the last guy. I might have to just run a little closer. He won't be able to run back though. Oh. Lives on 1, huh? That's okay, he might crit. He did not crit. Now, if he only had that battalion level up when he started his turn instead of ending it. Okay. So, Physic, please. And Linhardt can also Physic. Gotta be careful with those, because once I run out, I'm out. And of course, Yominaga can't counterattack, because he's holding a bow. Okay, so he does attack at 1 range. The Training Lance will do damage. So that is 1 barrier broken. Ow. Oh, the Spear of Assault fully healed him anyway, so that's really cool. So, we go with the Silver Lance here. Good job, Ferdinand. And then Hubert can dismount. And I think this works. Arrow of Indra doesn't work because it's a magic lance, unfortunately. Training Lance, Tempest Lance, not quite enough damage. Oh, that's... damn it. That's okay. I'm only worried about breaking the barriers, mostly. So... do you have Monster Breaker? You do not. I suppose Dorothea is going to dance for Ferdinand. And Ferdinand can throw his spear. Nice. That is a busted up Chevalier.
I'm continuing to improve.
Unfortunately, the Mithril is useless at this point, but this just means we get free shots now. And if we have everyone stand next to Dorothea at the end of this turn, she'll actually heal them up for all the fire damage they take. That's okay, just more magic good. I really should have Lysithea heal Hubert, so that's just what I'll do. Yeah. Seems like I'm working out great things with the guy. He gets what he wants, I get what I want. The full enemy unknown roster is coming back to XCOM 2. Kick ass. The Killer Axe with 49 crit. The Brave Axe. Oh my god, look at the Brave Axe. What? The Silver Gauntlets. Hell yeah. Great work. Okay, that's one murder doll down. So what do we got over here? 2 Great Knights. Tomahawk and a Brave Axe. Oh, Brave Axe. 51 attack. Edelgard can tank that. Yuri with the Armor Slayer would actually be really good, especially since he has Axe Breaker. I think holding the Armor Slayer against this Brave Axe guy should be okay. Although if he gets hit twice, he dies. Oh, that's right. I actually left a slot open. Although I'm kind of starting to wish I'd taken Swordbreaker off instead of Axebreaker. That's okay. He has 33 protection, so he takes at most 18 times 2. Which is, what, 36? And then he still has a decent amount of HP, and the guy with the Tomahawk can't kill him. So Yuritsa is the one. Yep. We'll have Yuri come here. Just use the Silver Sword. Oh, that's right, that's Yuri. Here we go. So I'll stand here with the Sword of the Creator, which will help. That's Fiery Floor. Okay, so we want Physic. Marianne only has 2 Physics left. That's not great. Linhard only has 2 Physics left. Perhaps I shouldn't have had Yuri stand there. That was a mistake. It's alright. This guy's weak to swords. Yeah, I don't want to waste the Physic. It's too valuable. He's not even being targeted this turn, so we'll just wait. Oh, is that a Falcon Knight coming to play? Please do. Come to play. $18 times 2 with a 49 hit. Oh, and he hit both. Oh. That's going to be potentially painful for Yuritsa. Okay, so I've actually aggroed another Falcon Knight. Oh, all these low percentage hits. So that actually powers up all of these murder dolls.
That lore seems to have affected the doll's movements.
Whenever the Immaculate One howls, those dolls become stronger.
Okay, so yeah, lots of passive damage and passive healing we'll have to deal with.
I welcome pain.
Wow, that was edgy. Let's go Night Kneeler, but with the Scythe of Serial. Oh, it's not quite strong enough. That's okay. This is where Yuri's gonna come in. Stand on this regular floor here. And I think with the Armor Slayer, yes, he can actually take out this Great Knight from behind.
Don't expect any sooner.
Brilliant. Assist, recover. Oh, we needed that. Wow, why is the Silver Axe so inaccurate against the Silver Lance? It doesn't make any sense. Raging Storm would be good, but they have so much avoid. 58 avoid. Is there anything I can do about that? Excalibur? Ooh. I think I might have to forego healing this turn with Linhardt and actually use him to attack. Whew. I don't have very good hit with any of these weapons. The Brave Axe is probably my best bet. I could smash with the Silver Axe, but... Actually, this isn't bad. 85 hit. I think I'll take the 85 hit. There it is. Boom. Okay, so Linhardt didn't even need to attack, but for all I know, the RN was set up that way anyway. Okay, you chill there.
Understood.
Scythe of Serial is not quite strong enough. Thunder is, though. I like that. And I can do it without taking a counterattack. Boom.
No time for apples.
Just chill here, and then Marianne can heal. Alright, well that's this side dealt with for a time. Now we need to start thinking about how to deal with these guys. So we have Holy Knight, the 3 Fortress Knights, and then there's another doll up there. So if you switch to the March Ring, and then go here... Oh, that Holy Knight will hit her, but that's okay. She's got lots of res. And if I hit him up with the Dark Spikes... Oh, hello, Rovi Hailstorm. This is my final episode of my Ironman run. Glad you could be here for it. Let's have a look at how much damage this Holy Knight's doing, actually. The thing is, it could use Aura, but it could also just switch to using a Silver Lance. So with the Silver Lance, he'll have 32 attack, 41 with Aura. How's things went so far? I've only had 2 deaths, all run. And I haven't used Divine Pulse, and I've only had 2 people die. And I've been able to replace them. Bernadetta died way back in Chapter 6 by accident, because I did something stupid. And then I just replaced her with Yuri. And then I lost Petra, but I managed to recruit Lysithea from the battle at... What's it called? Deirdre. Managed to recruit Lysithea, because I attacked her with Edelgard, and then Edelgard was like, hey, why don't you join me instead? Talkable Kirby. I know, Talkable Kirby. I'm still sorry about Bernie, but look, on the plus side, we got Yuri, and I wouldn't have got Yuri if Bernie hadn't died. So, yeah, as part of my own stipulations, I only recruited someone when someone else died. Rip Shy Girl, yeah. Yeah, the thing is, she was holding a steel sword, and I meant to equip her with a bow, so that she could counter from over the wall. But she was holding the steel sword, and because she also had a door key, instead of the top option being attack, it was door. And I just clicked without thinking, and then opened the door while she was holding a steel sword. And that slowed her down to the point where she got doubled by 3 dudes on the other side of the door. And they all hit their attacks. So that wasn't great. But I was checking Lysithea's defenses. Okay, so if she gets hit by the Silver Lance, she'll only take 13 damage. And if she gets hit by Aura, she'll only take 9 damage. So I think it's fine to have her actually do what I was going to. And now we switch back to the Caduceus Staff. And Miasma. Get rid of this guy off the healing tile. Right, so what are you going to do? You're going to use Aura. Okay. That's good. So now I want to have everyone stand in a circle around Dorothea. So that they can get some passive healing when... Oh, that's right! She can just equip Meteor to give support to people. And she can even use Physic, although it's a little bit pointless at this time. Yeah, so Ferdinand just... move up. Wait, combat arts. Oh, you can smite people. I forgot all about that. Alright. You can go here. May as well heal Lysithea. I'm back again? Okay, well, I'm glad you're all here. You can heal Dorothea, because why not? I know Hubert dislikes healing. He's more about hurting. And Caspar can actually just use Healing Focus. Right. So here comes the... Oh my god. Oh. She was like, how dare you? I'm glad she didn't die. I'm also glad that, yeah, that my heart just dropped. Yeah, seeing enemies crit is always scary, but even 9 times 3 is only 27. And she had 42 health, so... Heal everyone. This is why we all grouped around Dorothea. Because she has the, in case you didn't know, Songstress ability. When you stand next to her, never downplay a knight. When you stand next to her, you get 10% of your health back at the start of the turn. This is probably one of two reasons, or one of three reasons really, why Dorothea is the most deployed unit in the game even to this day. Songstress is a really good ability for preservation, particularly in the early game of Maddening. Meteor is really good for giving support to a unit 10 squares away. And then she makes a really good dancer, and she has a very attractive look. And a lot of people like her spunky attitude. So really, I can't see Dorothea ever not being the most deployed unit. According to online statistics, I mean. So, how am I going to get rid of that Holy Knight?
Proceed carefully.
Don't worry about it. Okay, so that's in range with the Falcon Knight. Better not do that. I think if she goes here first and zaps this Fortress Knight, get a free pot for just deploying her. Not a bad trade-off. Oh, but Ferdinand can't do anything now. That's fine. What I wanted to do was run Caspar up here. Yeah, sure, just use Healing Focus, why not? Although, if Dorothea dances and then she gets hit by the Falcon Knight, that could be bad too. Dorothea has 16 protection. The Falcon Knight has 50 attack and 33 attack speed. 6 attack. Yeah, Dorothea will die. I appear to have everything worked out regarding my XCOM mods. I agreed to them using my assets. They agreed to me using their assets. They give me a few progress screenshots when they make said progress. They showed me a heavy floater that looks detailed and to fit into XCOM 3 cinematics. Oh, wow. I'm really glad this is working out for you. Well, this is interesting then. What do I do? If I attack this guy... Oh my god. Oh, that's some damage. I think Nosferatu... I still need to do the other paths. I only finished Golden Deer Path doing an Ashen Wolves challenge. Oh, so what, you only use the Ashen Wolves? I think this is fine. Oh, he missed! The ultimate disrespect. I think that's the first time I've used Nosferatu with Mercedes all game. So, Dorothea, do what you do best. Everyone aside from Yuri, because I refused to do that last level. Oh yeah, that last level's kind of... ugh. Not great, is it? Silver Gauntlets. Now, do you have Lancebreaker on you, my guy? You do have Lancebreaker. So I think what I'll actually do is I'll equip the Killer Axe. Right, so that Falcon Knight can only attack Caspar. He's standing on a healing tile. He's at full health. He's got a Killer Axe equipped. He has a Miracle. Like, there's nothing stopping him right now. Hubert, would you kindly recover my girl? Ooh. I've done challenge runs before too. Like, I've done a only Lysithea run, only Ferdinand run, only girls, only boys. I've done an only Marianne run. Let's see. Okay. So this one has the throwing light lance. Range 1 to 4. Gotta stay out of the way. Fimbulvetter and Excalibur. That's kind of scary. And then we have a Fortify Bishop up there, and we have a Net. Ooh. So, does that mean that there's only one Bolting Mage? Here? Yes, there's one bolting mage there. And then, of course, we have Gilbert surrounded by all of his great knights. It's not... I thought level 2 was torture, but then chapter 5 came around and I just dropped it. Yes, Gilbert is a pain in the ass because he aggroes all the enemies if he gets in range of just one. The trade of assets I made seems more than fair than any amount I could be paid to hand over the assets. I can't buy my way into having classic enemy unknown aliens in XCOM 2 as both enemies and playable characters. The whole purpose behind my mods was always so that I could use them. Yeah. What are we doing? I know that Edelgard can probably kill one of these guys. But then that leaves... Does Ash move? Ash does not move. He stands on his healing tile. So that actually gives me an idea. Do I just attack Ash? I could, but he has close counter. A smash will kill him, but then how far back can I retreat Edelgard? 6, and then 7, 8. She'll still be in range of the light throwing lance. And both of these guys. So I think it's too early to attack Ash. So I'll move up with Byleth here. I wonder if Yuri can pull this... Oh, it's weak to axes. That's not good. This one's weak to swords, though. Why would I stand on the fiery floor when I can stand on the stairs? Alright, so... Yuri. The Wodale gives him more avoid, but he can't crit anyway. So we'll just equip the silver sword. And hopefully he doesn't get crit. 35 crit, 22 luck. Kinda sketch. I beat the Golden Deer path at least. I was planning to marry the red-haired Ashen Wolf, but because it was my first run, I didn't know the timing of when you could get married. So when I was on the last chapter, it didn't show I could marry her. I just finished it and moved. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, you need to do it before the last battle. That sucks. But you know what? I've also had a bit of a marriage mishap myself with this game. The first time I beat the Black Eagles run, it was on maddening difficulty, right? So that my first experience with Crimson Flower was on maddening, which in hindsight was probably a mistake. But I had pegged Dorothea to be my wife, and she, wow, Edelgard, she died right at the end. After all the enemies had been defeated, after I'd spent 5 hours on this map being super careful, and then Rhea crit her with a 7% crit and she died. And I had run out of Divine Pulses. All I had to do to finish the map at that point... Ow. Pervice! Nice. All I had to do to finish the map at that point was land one more blow. Was that lethality that just procced? So I did it. I chose to sacrifice Dorothea just so that I could be done with the game, because I didn't want to go through that entire map for another 5 or 6 hours. And, yeah. So, I finished it, and I ended up not being able to marry anyone. Which kind of sucked a bit. Well, it's just as well Caspar's standing on a healing tile. Oh. Used a Fortify to heal one dude. Seems a bit wasteful. I looked online and it said you could get married on the last chapter, then I didn't. And yes, lethality procced. Yeah, I love when lethality procs. It's basically like getting a crit on something that's uncrittable. Yeah, that's the second time in this map that lethality has procced. I'm quite happy about it. Because, like, Yuri is really fast, and he has brave weapons, and he has really high dex. So look, he has a 7.5% chance to just instantly kill anyone. And as an XCOM player, who knows how good the damn repeaters are, yeah, I don't sleep on lethality. Like, other Fire Emblem players might consider it a meme, but lethality can come in clutch just when you need it to. Alright. I used it a ton in Fates because Corrin was just a stupid character. Oh my god, Corrin. Corrin is OP as fuck. This is good. Marianne destroys a barrier on Wilhelm. I think Yuritsa destroys this barrier. And then Yuri can do this. He can actually get out of the way once he's done this too. Oh, you missed? That's alright, the barrier's still broken. He can actually run back. Oh shit, he's still in range of the Falcon Knight. Oh dear. 29 damage. 24 health. Well, we can't have that now, can we? Trade Yuri so that he's equipped with the silver bow instead. And heal. He had the Yato mixed with high speed, luck, and skill. You aren't gonna die. No. Yato is so OP. So is, Siegfried, for that matter. Yeah, okay, so this is where we just spend our time trying to destroy this doll. Oh, 54 times 2, Jesus. Just chuck a tomahawk. Level 41, Edelgard is now stronger than everyone else on the enemy team. And, fun fact, this tomahawk, even though it only weighs 14, is only weighing her down by 4. Because she is negating 7 weight with her strength, and she's also got weight minus 3. Ooh, that was almost a kill. Damn, if only Yuri had hit that other one. Siegfried, Yato, and Ryoma as a character. Yeah, what's his blade? The, I forget what his blade is called. The lightning sword. Raijinto, that's the one. Yeah, Raijinto is a ridiculously, stupidly strong weapon. Okay, so Mercedes. You're not going to do much damage, but you only need to do a little bit. Oh, okay, well, don't do any then. Ferdinand. Your turn. Hell yeah. Oh my god. He just Achilles'd that guy. That's a rare Hubert compliment. Yeah. Got to keep his confidence up. Just heal. Got to keep everyone safe. I'm waiting for these reinforcements. I know they're coming. If I can dance Ferdinand, then I can get him off the fiery floor. I think the Fates team forgot about balance when it came to Ryoma. His stats, class, and weapon are literally the perfect synergy just to be the perfect no. Yeah, Ryoma is too overpowered. When I played Revelation, I actually married Ryoma to Camilla. Because I thought it would be cool that the two physically largest royals got married. And I feel like Ryoma is the only man in that whole character lineup who can actually deal with Camilla. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, that scared me. I thought she'd pulled him into range of one of the other knights. That scared me for a sec. You can power up these dolls all you like, it's not going to help. So now I've got a paladin and 2 great knights to deal with here, as well as a falcon knight. I have exactly enough units to do it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Marianne, being the weakest of the group, to take out this doll. Cool.
I'm really gaining confidence.
Cool. And you just gain 2 speed from that level. Yuri. Oh, Yuri's been gambited. Shit. That means he can't shoot. But that's okay. 63 hit. Not very good. Sublime Heaven. Isn't enough damage. Oh, right. Shit, Linhardt got gambited too. What Linhardt can do is use Restore. There, now Yuri is no longer gambited. I actually did that too, because eldest daughter of Nor marries eldest son of Hoshido. I also did that for everyone else. I married the daughter of Tsubaki, which I married to Hana. Hang on. I married the daughter of... Oh, Kaldori. Oh, so Hana and Tsubaki produced Kaldori, and then you married Kaldori. Okay. I actually chose to marry Mozu. I love Mozu. Who has a really good gambit? Okay, this. I need to use this. This is all I can do. 80 hit though. Although if I switch Yuri to using a sword, that should give him a little bit more hit now. 95 hit, alright. I'm still not satisfied, but we're getting closer. If Edelgard goes here with the Tomahawk... Yep, okay. How dare you?
Very good.
And now that should be 100 hit rate with the Gambit. Yes. Perfect. I think now Yuritsa can stand here and just zap this guy with Thoron. Nice. All the stats I want. Oh yeah, I gave him the Edmund troops too. It seemed the most practical for his class. So now it's up to Yuri just to Armor Slayer? Armor Slayer. I didn't marry Mozu for one reason. If you have all characters married and all the kids have S rank, there will always be one kid without an S rank. Yeah. I guess that can be a little annoying. Okay, so what are we doing about this one? This is a 4 range. Throwing light lance. 1 to 4 range. 42 attack with it. It's a magical attack. So basically I need to have someone stand there who can counter. And I can. Just temporarily, I'm going to trade the Caduceus Staff. And have Hubert equip the Caduceus Staff. And then he can retaliate with Maya. Yeah, so now Hubert has 1 to 4 range. He can actually counter. Which is really cool. Mount as well. Caspar, get off the healing tile. You don't need it anymore. Lysithia, stand here. Assist, heal. Dorothea is perfectly good there to... Well, actually, she might be able to... Oh my god, she can! She can reach. It does mean she can't dance, though. So maybe I should have just done that with Mercedes. That might have been a misplay. Yeah, I think it was. I should have just done that with Mercedes. Yeah. Can't believe I did that. Oh well. Just wait. And yeah, Ferdinand, just wait as well. Wait, equip the Spear of Assault. And mount. Oh, Hubert's gonna do 0 damage on the retaliation. But I think the Maya effect still happens. Like, I think it still gets the reduced defense. Yeah, it does. Oh, nice miss. Didn't need the crit, but it's good to know. Birthright was actually my first Fire Emblem. I didn't know you got married in those games. So I got the S rank with Hinoka because I liked abusing flying and had a red-haired Kana. Oh, that's cute. I've actually married Hinoka to Xander. They make a really good pair. Like, Xander, of course, is a paladin, and she's a Falcon Knight. And no, she's actually not a Falcon Knight. She's a Dark Flyer. So he's a paladin, she's a Dark Flyer. Together, when they team up, they have 9 move, which is really good. But they're just... I like them. They're both spunky, and they both want what's best for their own kingdom. And I just have this little, like, narrative in my head of all of the royals from Nor marrying the royals from Hoshido and creating, like, one super royal family. 61 crit, eh? 61 crit. I kind of want to try this, but I have to make sure to take care of Bernhard first. So I think a Gambit's going to be the way to do it. Assault Troop? I'd say Assault Troop. Oh yes, I say Assault Troop. And then you can stand here. So now I just need to use one more Gambit on this back tile here. Would probably be for the best. But who has one that I don't mind using up? Mercedes? It's going to do 0 damage, but it's still going to break the shield, so... I'd prefer it if she could actually hit. So, I don't think Mercedes has supports with anyone here at all. Only Ferdinand. And Ferdinand has the Spear of Asal equipped, which is a bit annoying. But that's okay. So, we'll have Hubert in range there. I'll trade Ferdinand so he's actually holding a spear, because then he'll be able to help Mercedes with the Gambit. We'll go with the Arrow of Indra. But yes, redhead Kana does sound very cute. That's what I would do. That's what I would go on to do in Revelations. I don't like marrying Asura to Korin because they're literally the closest to family. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that either. They are cousins or something. But besides that, I'll always marry the royals to their counterparts. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, right? In a weird kind of way.
We'll spare them peace.
What about this?
No damage, but that's fine. There's a critical flaw in this plan. There's a very critical flaw in this plan. I can't hit this. I actually just can't hit this. Yes, I can. I need to stop freaking out. There we go. Alright. 30. Throw your spear. Throw well, throw true. It's a shame that all of these mithrils are just useless. Seraphim, please. And while I'm here, I'll trade back the Caduceus staff. Thank you, Hubert. Only 69 hit, though. Maybe I should go for something a bit more accurate. Just my asthma, then.
Aspire to be my best.
Now, Caspar. Silver gauntlets. Like Takumi and Elise? You can't tell me that's not the most adorable thing, possibly matched by Sakura and Leo. Takumi and Elise are cuter because it's a tsundere pit dealing with an extremely hyper and bouncy girl. Yeah, kind of. Who did I marry Elise to? I married Elise to Benny, actually. And I married Takumi to... Oh, I just did a basic pairing with that one. I'd married Takumi to Oboro. But yeah, Elise and Benny is pretty cool. Where are we going now? Do we take out Ash? Do we take out Gilbert? If we take out Gilbert, that actually aggroes Annette. She gets pissed that her father is dead. So I think if we take out Ash, though, that's okay. So I'm going to start heading over towards Ash to start dealing with him. Who comes for Edelgard? Oh, the Tomahawk soldier? Well, if that's the case, then Yuritsa can just go here with Thunder instead. I'll have Linhart heal him up. Actually, no, I'll have Marianne heal him up. Yuri, who's going after you? Oh, is it the Bolting Mage? It is the Bolting Mage that goes after Yuri. So I need someone who has a lot of resistance to soak up that hit. Linhart? Although if he gets crit... Okay, so let's figure out the damage from bolting real quick. 24 magic, 12 might, so it would be 36 plus Black Tome Fair, so that's actually 41. And Linhart has 31 res, so it will do 10. If she crits, it'll do 30. Linhardt is fine to just sit here and tank bolting all day. Avoid? Oh, he has the Brawler Void too. So yeah, Linhardt is fine. He can just sit here. I'll have him tank the bolting so that he... Yeah, look, 10, 47. Bolting only has 4 uses. So once she's out of bolting, I don't need to worry about it anymore. I'll have Edelgard go here with the Tomahawk. Somewhere that isn't fiery. Floor. Oh dear, okay. Fiery floor, floor. Oh, that's Ash though. Ash shoots with the man bow. The brave bow. I did the Takumi Oboro pair in Birthright. I don't think I married everyone because after seeing Elise die, I was actually feeling mad because I liked her and just went and took out Xander. Oh. Yeah, seeing Elise die in that is not great. What am I doing with these two? I'm not sure. There's just fiery floor everywhere and they can't get off it. The only place that he could go on the floor is here. Fiery floor, floor. But then that's in range of Ash and that doll. And that actually gets in the way of the Fortress Knight's ability to throw the Tomahawk at Yuritsa. So I think we'll go around this way for now. I'll heal Edelgard. Alright. So we've got this mage comes down here with bolting. Oh, miss. Perfect. Nice one, Yuritsa. He's so close for getting counter-attack. I think the most emotional death for me was Ryoma in Conquest. Oh yeah, because like, as bad as Conquest's story is, Ryoma made that sacrifice knowing exactly what was up, even though he had acted the whole time that he didn't know what was up, or was unwilling to believe what was happening. Like, I think he knew what had to be done in the end. So if I do this, can I get Edelgard back out of range? Yes, I can. I think it's time to kill Ash. $51, 100 hit. He doesn't have Miracle. I'm sorry, my guy. Your life. I hate killing Ash. He's one of my favourite characters, even though a lot of people find him bland. He's just so good-hearted. He's a precious bean. And in every other run, I would do my best to protect him. But he needs to die this time. This is why I always advocate for people to do their very first run of 3 houses with recruiting as few students and faculty as possible. Because you don't get that emotional weight if you recruit everyone. And then, like, if you kill them in your first run, and then all subsequent runs you recruit them and then get to see what it would be like for them had they lived, then that retrospectively adds even more weight to your first playthrough. Which I kind of like. Okay, so we got the Bolting Mage going after Caspar now. How dare you? Wow, you know, you cannot punch Gilbert. That's not gonna work. Nosferatu might. Here's a Tomahawk. Numa Gale is good. More hit and more avoid. Mercedes can heal him if he gets hit. Let's see if I go for Bolganon. That's not quite enough damage. Cutting Gale isn't quite enough damage. It does have a decent chance to crit. We can all agree Fates didn't have the best story. Man, even though you didn't get all too much from the characters' stories, you got so much more from reading their supports here. Yeah, I do like some of their supports. Excalibur has... Oh, he only has one Excalibur left, so that wouldn't actually kill. You have to be mindful of that. He can't crit, so this is alright. I'll use Mercedes to heal him up.
I was trusted to protect the future of the nation. The royal bloodline itself. I cannot yield. I will fulfill my duty, even if I must forfeit my life.
Oh, he missed. Linhardt, you may as well win indeed. Good night, Gilbert.
Don't worry, Father. I will protect the capital and the whole kingdom.
Yeah, so now she's pissed, and she comes after us. Oh, this is such a long map. It's so scary. I don't feel like I'm equipped enough to... Okay, so there's the bolting range. Caspar's standing just in range, which is not what I want. We can't go there with anyone. Okay, so who can hit with a sword and then get out of the way? No one. I think Dorothea... Oh! Dorothea? No. She'll get counterattacked and killed. I know Fates is seen as one of the black sheeps of the Fire Emblem series, but I can't lie, I always have a soft place in my heart. Yeah, I like Fates. I don't hate it. I just think that Three Houses is my favourite game. I liked Awakening. Oh, I have to say Shadows of Valentia ranks really highly up there with me as well. I haven't played any of the pre-3DS Fire Emblems though, so... Mercedes can't attack from there. Lysithea. Seraphim? 23 crit, I really don't like that. Oh, that's scary. What do I do here? That's 34 damage with 5 crit, not a fan. He's weak to swords, and the only person who has a sword here is Dorothea. Hubert does have the Arrow of Indra, though. A very good hit rate. I think if I just hit with Maya, this is the way to go. Because even a crit won't kill Hubert. Maya's the play. Now it even has reduced defense. And stay there, because you're in the perfect support range. Now, Dorothea, I think she can hit with the Levin sword. Oh, she only has a 48 hit. Oh, I'm guessing it has Swordbreaker? That is a nasty trick. Imagine giving Swordbreaker to a unit with a weakness to swords. Oh, it's Swordbreaker plus. No wonder it's so hard to hit. That's not plus 20 avoid, that's plus 30. And Land Spare, of course. Well, I mean, this works. It doesn't have Vantage either, so... Or Miracle. Good job. I knew buying that spear was a good idea. Making that spear, rather. So if... Hang on a second. Could have sworn I had that active. I did. Alright. So, if we move everyone out of the bolting mage's way, and then the only person she has left to target is Linhardt, then that works. Yuri, go and stand on the regular floor. Who on earth are you dead-eyeing? Oh, the wall? Okay. Wow, they can both hit him. Oh, they both must have tomahawks. Alright, well in that case, what's he got? 33 protection, 47... Oh, that's 47 with the silver axe. No combat arts. That's a tomahawk. So 43 and 47. 33. They can't kill him. They actually just can't kill him. Cool. Mercedes. Yeah, just assist Hubert for me real quick. If we move Lysithia down here, and then move Caspar here. Yeah, now the bolting mage is going for Linhardt again, because it's the only one that he can. Just dance for no reason. Alright. Oh! Here come the reinforcements. Oh my god! Thankfully, they're not ambush reinforcements. They don't get to immediately attack. Oh, you think you're slick standing on the healing tile, huh? That's the second bolting he's dodged. Fortify again? He's running out of fortify. Oh, here we are. Same, I played Awakening, didn't have the same impact with characters besides very few. Played a bit of Shadows, but not enough to make a good opinion on it. Fates made me fall in love with Fire Emblem. Three Houses made me love the franchise even more. Yeah, I have every portable Fire Emblem game now, I just have to play them, yeah. I actually got Three Houses as my first Fire Emblem, and then I went back and bought a new 3DS XL and every single Fire Emblem that I could get for it. So that's my story. Killer Axe. Axe of Zoltan. Brave Axe has a good chance to kill, but also a good chance to get him killed. Oh boy. So how do we deal with 3 Falcon Knights here? I think Caspar's the way. Bombard. Doesn't give him any extra accuracy. It does give him more power and crit, though. I think I like Bombard here. Aha, there it is.
Impressive as always.
Now, go ahead and do that again for me real quick. And now he has much higher hit rate because he's actually faster and got more dex from the special dance.
Who's next? Get him up.
Damn, that's alright.
You're better than I thought.
Thanks, Hubert. If only Pegasus is counted as horses. I don't know why they don't. Maybe it's because it's actually an alicorn. I don't know. Swift Strikes. Spear of Asal. This is what the Spear of Asal is made for.
No time for pity. You're making me look bad.
Nah, man. You just made yourself look really good. Oh, shit. Oh, good. Oh, yeah, that could have almost been disastrous, but it looks like he's still going to go for still going for Linhardt for whatever reason. The trouble... I tried to say trouble and problem at the same time. The trouble with this map is that you have to take it so slowly. Yeah, why not? Yeah, you have to take it real slow. Otherwise you just get swarmed. So, this is the Falcon Knights Rangers. No one is standing in range of them currently. That is nice. Thoron. Zippity zap. Hey! I haven't seen that animation before. That's the most sassy Marianne I've ever seen. Okay, so that is a Holy Knight. Oh no, it's a Paladin with a spear. Okay. So if I were to do this, I would have to... I think the bow? Oh no. No. I could just have Yuritsa zap this guy from here. I think I will. This gets him counterattack. So, funny story, Yuritsa can actually now counterattack Iris if he stands within range. But I'm not going to do that just yet. Recover. I actually speedrun Easy Classic Fire Emblem Conquest since I didn't play that game without Phoenix. So I could learn the story. I can say anyone who plays on Lunatic and beats it, I commend you. The last 4 chapters of Conquest on Lunatic would make me want to rip my hair out. Yep, same. Conquest was hard enough for me on hard. I spent a long time trying to get through that. Very long time. That is not safe. That is relatively safe. Let me see. 21. If I give him the Brave Bow, he might even counter and kill. Oh, okay, I gotta check. 31 HP, 21 protection. What does this guy do with the spear? Oh, only 39? So that means he'll take 18 damage. He's not gonna get crit. Hold the Sword of the Creator real quick for me. Brave Bow, Silver Bow. I think the Silver Bow will let him double, and then the Brave Bow will also let him double, but it's better just to have the Silver Bow. Okay. And then Linhardt. Can actually... That works. Here she come. Yep, 1846. Yuri would have doubled with the Brave Bow, so the fact that he's just doubling with the Silver Bow anyway means the Silver Bow was the better choice. Bolting the Linhardt again. Okay, actually hit him this time, but he's just gonna heal off the damage anyway. Here come the dolls, and here come the alicorns. Oh, she's still standing on a flame. Phew. Right. Yuri. What sort of damage are you doing to these guys? 47 to... Oh, that's not enough damage, my guy. That is, but the odds of hitting are not in his favor. I could try the Brave Bow. 37 times 65 is decently good odds. I think I'll go with that. Let me see, if you go here and come down here, then you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you come here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's good. Yuri can go here. And I'll shoot with the brave bow. I only needed to hit 2. Go here for support. Oh wait, no, that's the bad idea. Here for support. Sure. Bad idea. Bad idea. Marianne doesn't have Excalibur, does she? No. She's not able to do very much damage. Now, if Edelgard comes here and uses Smash, that's an 82% chance. Somebody brought this up to me, I honestly believe it. Their theory for why it was so ungodly hard is because you could beat it without DLC, but if you have the DLC, it makes your life so much easier. Like the bow skill book that lets you hit 1-2 range and the witch with warp, yeah. Yeah, getting DLC just makes those games a breeze. So I think they needed to make it to the point where it was still decently challenging with DLC. And that's why I like what they did with New Game Plus in this game. I think it works very well. I'm actually starting to think I should use a Gambit. Flashfire arrows. Oh, that would actually be perfect. Oh, he's got very low charm though, that's the problem. That said, if he does it from here instead. One, 2, 3. Oh, that's fiery floor, so 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then to have him get out of the doll's way, I would need him to move to where Marianne is, but he can't actually do that. This is tricky. Alright. I wonder if assembly's worth doing. I suppose I could always just have him equip the Scythe of Serial. And then try this Gambit. Yes, we got them. And the Edmund troops are leveled up. Well, this makes my life a little bit easier. Your plan is to do 20 damage to Yuritsa? Okay, so even if you crit, he lives. I live! Yes, that is right. Blizzard. Let's... Yeah, or... Yeah. Pew!
Now there's a way forward. I feel a little stronger.
Cool. And now I have... If you go there, that's actually safe. I can go and I could shoot this guy, or I could shoot this guy. It's only 85% chance to hit. If I go with that, it's 87. Sweet. And now... Yeah.
Let's keep up the pace.
Oh, she's really close to getting Alert Stance Plus. Like, it's right there. And it will just replace Alert Stance too. You only have one bolting left, and after that you're useless, and then I can finally start moving all my other units up. Because they're kind of just pinned down here until I get that bolting used up. What can we do? Oh, sure, Physic Marion. Nah. Better save that Physic. You just move everyone up a bit. Rally Charm. That would have been really good to have for someone who has low Charm. Okay, so I think that Bishop is out of Fortify Magic because he wasted it earlier. Holy Knight, a Great Knight. Fortress Knights. There's the last bolting. Which he'll just heal off, he doesn't even care. Even if this crits, he lives. Oh, it missed. Nice work. I could have Edelgard fly over and Gale Force it to death. I don't think that's wise. It's weak to axes, though, so... Weak to axes? She could Gale Force it to death, but it's risky. I like the idea of all these cool skills and stuff. I don't want to have an extremely hard time trying to beat levels because I didn't buy the 4 FE amiibos and buy a DLC without precise planning, because if you screw up too much, your positioning will have to be practically perfect in Conquest. Yeah, Conquest you really need to plan it out, which is very hard on a blind playthrough. There was not a single moment in my first playthrough of that where I didn't feel underleveled. Do I use... I think I'm going to use 3 Gale Forces here. 3 Raging Storms, and then I'll save the other 2 for dealing with Rhea later. Although, this could actually kill Edelgard. Brave Bow, Silver Bow, Combat Arts, Curved Shot. This could kill Yuri as well. I really don't like that 8% crit, but I have to break this barrier to protect Edelgard. I think I have to do it. Just please don't crit. Oh, Pavice. Now run away. Cool. So now Edelgard doesn't get yeah, doesn't get screwed. Raging Storm. I think this needs to happen. There's Alert Stance Plus. I actually only have to use 2 Raging Storms. Unless I miss. My biggest issue with Lunatic was the Port Town. Had to be perfect positioning or you lose the map. You can't turtle because of how many ninjas swarm you with shurikens. Yeah. I dislike the map with all the pots that you have to break that give you either poison or healing or bonus effects or negative effects. Like, I really didn't like the pot map. Alright. Edelgard, final hit. Just smash it so that you know you hit. I don't want to risk 2 misses. Iris's armor is broken. And Edelgard can fly to safety. I like that. I like how that played. It worked out well. Marion can go here. Her res is 31. The worst you can do is 41, or... Fimbulvada has 25 crit. So 41 on 31. 10, 20, 30. She's only got 26 HP. She will require a heal. No, she won't, actually. This is perfect. I can do something else. Shh, bitch. And you can just stay there and heal. So I don't think Yuritsa has any... Oh, he has one Thoron left. So he can do one bzzzt, but that's it. I get why. It was such a pain. Then after getting through those archers, ninjas, and pots, you have to get past Ryoma. Not impossible, still. Yeah, I mean, but I also wanted to get all the treasure. So that meant going around the long way, too. Okay, so now that that bolting mage has expired, dismount. Oh, we need to go through more flaming bits. Somewhat annoying. Lysithia, march ring, please. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, she still won't be able to reach. She'll still need a dance. So that's alright. I'll do this. Ferdinand, you can just go heal real quick. Oh, I could have smote her. Oh well, that's alright. I'll just have Dorothea dance anyway. Well, he's the only one who can hit her. But he's not going to be alive long enough to do so. Catherine doesn't move. And even if she could, I don't think she can reach because she has to go through Fiery Floor as well. A pain if you didn't position right because it's on a timer. Yeah. Yeah, well, you have like 25 turns or something to do it. 20 turns? Yeah, it isn't great. I wish Mercedes mastered Bishop. Unfortunately, she didn't. So she didn't get renewal, which would have been handy here. A lot more useful than battalion renewal, that's for sure. Battalion renewal is actually useful though when you're like if you're training units with like rusted weapons just to level up their ranks, like doing the whole endless 99 turn grind thing to level up weapon and class and everything ranks. Battalion renewal's really good if you have someone as a Fortress Knight with Defiant Defense and stuff. So, what's this guy gonna hit me with? Abraxas? Alright. What's that? 37 attack. Linhardt has 31 res. He's not afraid of no Abraxas. I think just equipping fire is good. Oh. I forgot there was a third wave of reinforcements. Oh, this guy's getting a punch in the mouth next time I see him. The Eagle map would just make me quit. Oh yeah, that was so irritating. I didn't get whose brilliant idea it was to make him have the whole map as range just to hit you with debuffs. But that's not the worst part. It's the fact that he has the skill that stops his staffs from depleting. So like he just has endless magic when each of his staves should only have like 2 or 4 uses. They just have infinite uses. So that makes him ridiculously overpowered, like unfairly overpowered. I suppose that's his whole thing. He doesn't give a shit whether something is fair or what, but... I can kill this Holy Knight. I can't kill the Brave Bow without taking a counterattack anyway, so I might as well go for the Silver Bow hit. Really want to heal him first. Yep, I'm going to heal him first. Cool. There we go. Hey, nice.
What did you expect? Just like that.
Now Edelgard should be able to come and destroy this. 74 times 2. Good lord. 88 times 2. I was looking for that. Yeah, I forgot that too. I don't like the 7% crit. Edelgard just dies if she misses. Yuritsa has no way to hit. The thing is, I feel like I have to do this with Edelgard. Smash isn't enough to kill, and then no one else can hit it. Monster Breaker isn't enough damage. Lightning Axe is definitely not enough damage. This is too dangerous. I think I'll just move everyone out of Iris's range for now. Marianne doesn't have rescue. Like, Iris's lance is a light lance, right? So it's a magic lance. Marianne could tank it. If I go here and throw a tomahawk, 46 hit on 6 crit. So that's only about a 2.8, let's round up to 3% chance to crit. And that's a dead mage. I think I want to kill this guy. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. That was scary too. I remember when people said Birthright was too easy. It's only really easy if you're willing to grind. Until you get Ryoma, until 7 chapters to the end of the game, then it gets mainstreamed, yeah. Yeah, Birthright is only easy because you can grind infinitely on it. And Revelations is somewhat easier than Conquest as well, because you can do the same thing. I hope Yuri is okay. Silver Gauntlets unarmed. Oh, Iron Gauntlets works. Yeah, try going through Birthright without grinding, and you'll find it almost as hard as Conquest, probably. Okay, so we need to go somewhere that isn't in range of Catherine. Alternatively, we could just have Lysithea go on Catherine. 47 hit though. She's going to be very, very hard to hit. And I don't think Lysithea has Soul Blade in this run. She doesn't. God, I haven't really considered how I'm going to take care of Catherine. I was going to do it with Lysithea, but she has not got the accuracy for that. The only thing about Catherine is that she has low charm, So if I could hit her with Gambit, who would be the best? Probably Ferdinand would be the best person to hit her with a Gambit. He also has Swift Strikes. And when Dorothea dances, I think she gives, what, speed, dex, and luck. So I'm going to start moving Ferdinand up. Just punch Caspar out of the way real quick, so then Dorothea can dance for him. Yep. Ferdinand goes there, he gets hit by that Warlock. He can go... no, he can't. He has to go where Lysithea is, basically. Okay, so... so Lysithea's going to take out this Fortress Knight. It's her most accurate spell. Nosferatu. Okay. So then Catherine... yeah, so we have Ferdinand go here. And just do that for lolsies. Okay, you can heal physic. It's not worth using a fortify yet. I'll just use a heal. Caspar goes there. He'll be in range of Catherine. And she will be very, 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 very fast. Attack speed 43. She will attack 4 times. Whoever she gets in range of, she will murder them. I think Ferdinand with Swift Strikes, Lance Breaker, maybe even the Gambit is probably the only way to tackle this. Stand next to Dorothea. Yeah, I think this is this turn. Oh boy. And of course there are still those Falcon Knight reinforcements to worry about too. When Ragnarok only does 12 damage. Yuri could die here. Oh, Pavice. Nice. Here they are. Catherine. Oh, she actually just made my job easier for me. She decided she was going to move after all. Okay, so. Best approach. Is it Swift Strikes? Or is it the Gambit? I think it's the Gambit. I did like Cheese where I would take Sakura, give her a max inventory of 1 to 2 ranged heal, put her allies 2 areas in front of her so archers can't reach her, and take all allies' weapons away till Sakura runs out of heals, using some of my stronger units to block for her to heal, because let's be honest, nobody wants to use a healer who can't actually fight back. Yeah, grinding up Sakura was good. I actually made Sakura a Falcon Knight, and she was really good with the what do you call it? The Lightning Lance? I've forgotten what it was called. The Bolt Naginata. Yes. Yes, I had her master the Bolt Naginata as a Falcon Knight, and she was just the most versatile MVP unit on my team. Who do I want to give the kill to? You know it's gotta be Lysithea. If she can hit. I'd love it to be Lysithea, because then she just gets Thunderbrand in her inventory, and that would be really funny. Oh, she missed, unfortunately. But yeah, I never liked that about Troubadours and healers who can't attack back. Like, only being able to use staves, that really sucks in the early game. I'd love to give Lysithia another try, but Dorothea can't reach. Mercedes, though. She's much more accurate. 69. There goes Catherine.
My service ends here. It's been an honor.
Mercedes has killed a bunch of people this map. I don't think I've had her be so vicious before. Yeah, we got Thunderbrand. Caspar, you go here. Chuck a hand axe at this man.
Might makes threat.
I'm counting on you.
Okay. There we go. Now we'll get you off the floor and onto the healing tile instead. He can attack? Oh, he can attack the wall. Oh, that's for the chest, but Yuri's on the other side, and I don't think that chest has anything useful in it anyway.
Dying would defeat the purpose.
I love how he's so nonchalant about that. It's great. Take that, bolting mage. Right. We've got a slew of Falcon Knights to deal with. What's their range? Okay, so I don't have to worry about the Great Knight yet. We just have to try to somehow stay out of range of the other Falcon Knights. I think if Yuri... Oh, if Yuri does that, then no. Yuritsa can ride here. Not quite enough damage. Wind Sweep, though, stops the counterattack. The only healer I somewhat respect is Azama, because he's the only healer who can strike back because of Divine Retribution. Conquest actually used in the Sage's Tower map, which could be a pain and killer unit. Yeah, I do remember that. I remember having to be really careful about who I attacked him with, and how much damage I did to him. Fury goes with a curved shot. Oh yeah, that's right. It's not enough. Although if he goes with Deadeye, it's only a 51 chance. No. Okay, so I know this is... Well, that's actually just potentially run ending. So let's not. Am I trying this again? Yes! More defense. I like it. Here's good. So Yuri can run here. Shoot with the silver bow, sure. Yep.
Once I've decided they're done, they're done.
And then he can run back to safety. Fantastic. And then Yuritsa is the only one being targeted, and I don't think he dies. I think Yuritsa's going to be fine. Annette is going that way. Oh, I thought she would come down to us. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Front flip a wyvern, style all over him. Yeah, 11 damage. I'm not afraid of you. Oh! They're ganging up on Linhardt. I did not foresee that turn of events. Everyone just healing up because of their holy stuff. Alright, we'll get rid of you. He can't attack the Falcon Knight without still being in range of a net. Is the problem. That's a bad idea too. He can come down here, but then she just wallops his ass with Crusher. Norian counterpart Baruka has an interesting ability, not being able to be counterattacked and increase damage by 4. I forgot what Baruka's actual ability was, though. This kind of sucks. I need someone who is capable of running up and bopping a net without also getting bopped by a golem. I don't think I have anyone with rescue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just run Linhardt down here. And I'll have him just use healing focus. And he can sit there with his iron gauntlets, I suppose. Yep. So what damage are you doing? 19 times 2, that's 38. He's on 43. Okay, so he'll live. How do I draw in a net? Where will she even go? She has lots of res, not a lot of protection. I need someone as bait. She has 4 move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Somehow she can hit 3 spaces away. 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 1 to 2. Oh, she could hit with Cutting Gale. And she has Black Magic range +1. Right. So if she were to hit with Cutting Gale, that would be 37, 44, Black Tome Fair's 49. Hubert has 37 res, so even a crit would only do 36 damage. Yeah. I'm gonna lure her in with Hubert. Go with the Arrow of Indra. Actually, no, I'll go with Maya. Since he can even counterattack. And then drop her defense. I think this works. And for good measure, we'll even dance Hubert. Just so he gets the extra stats. Yep. Don't stand on fiery floor, please. Regular floor's good. Yeah, sure, Physical Linhardt. I'm glad I didn't try to do this one immediately after my battle yesterday. It takes way too long. Gambit. Oh, she could use Resonant Lightning on the wall. That's funny. I mean, she may as well just attack the wall. Whatever. If I really want that chest, I could get Yuri to go in there, but I don't even know what's in it. I think it's just a stat booster, which isn't really that appealing. Right, so we are back in the same situation with Edelgard here. I don't know if I want to try attacking. 27 res. Like, he could hit if he had a ranged weapon, which he now doesn't. Although, he does have B rank axes, so he could actually take the Tomahawk off of Edelgard. (27 res, 16 res, 21, 31 res. Do I like the idea of Yuritsa taking the Tomahawk and then throwing it at Iris? I don't know. He hasn't got very good luck. She has got 39 crit, 19 luck. Least favourite character was probably Perry. I'm finding that happens a lot on the internet. She doesn't change that much. Even in her Xander support, he just accepts that she kills people and there's no problem with it. Comes to the bad writing of fates. Yeah, sounds like someone else's watched Support Science by Fargast, yeah. Yeah, Perry as a character isn't great. I just kind of... I like how silly she is. I actually got her married to Niles, which is probably... I feel like Niles is the only character she can really marry because he understands her to a degree. Yuritsa can just counterattack though. He doesn't need to have a tomahawk slowing him down. So your attack speed is 28. With the silver shield, it's 30. Oh, there's no way to get his attack speed up to 32, unfortunately. But we will equip the Scythe of Serial. Stand here. Wait, how much damage will you do? 27, 54, so 27. If Yuritsa gets crit, he's dead. But I think I'm willing to chance that. This thing needs to die. Just, whatever, just shoot this wall, sure. Chill there. I'll wait till next turn to heal Edelgard with Marianne. Okay. I just realized Hubert could have died there. If she'd got the 7% crit. Oh no, Hubert has Miracle, never mind. 27, please don't crit. Okay, good. I'm so happy he got counterattack in this last fight. Alright. Linhardt survives. Oh! He even dodged the second hit. Nice. And you flew off the healing tile. Well, that was your first mistake. Sorry, that was your last mistake. Oh no, Lynn's woke. That was your last mistake, friend. So I think that's all the reinforcements dealt with now. We just need to finish off this doll. Oh, it has Swordbreaker, doesn't it? This would kill, but it would get me killed in return if I miss. 62 hit? Ugh, no. Nope, nope, nope. Marianne can't get close enough to attack. It's gonna have to be Edelgard. Which, no. This I'm willing to chance. It's a kill. It's a hit. He doesn't have vantage. I mean, 94 hit. If I miss a 94 hit, then I kind of deserve to have this run go down. Ah, oh, yes. Iris, you gave me so much trouble. Phew. Alright. Let's heal Edelgard. You can chill there. And get a heal from Marianne. And now, yeah, so I think Yuri just... What's your range? 1? Oh, it's Piercing Light Lance. Okay, so he's a 1 range doll. And this is a Silver Lance Paladin. Too bad he doesn't have a weapon that's good against horses. A rapier would have been really nice, but I didn't get a paralog that gave me one. So, equip a Wodow, please. My main reason for her being the least liked is I like a lot of the rest of the cast. The ones that I don't like as much, like Orochi and Rina, are still just meh. Even Perry's meh, but I don't like how bratty she can come off at times, yeah. Yeah, I know she cries and whinges and just annoys people when she doesn't get her own way. And she doesn't really grow that much. Okay, so... Oh my god, this is perfect. I've never seen this dialogue. And I really want to. But I need to make sure I kill her on the first hit. This is perfect. I've never seen Mercedes versus Annette dialogue before in a final battle. I think it's worth risking the 91 miss and the 13 crit, to be honest. Oh, that hits, man. That hits right in the heart. Okay, Lysithea, heal Hubert. Now, I need to deal with you. And I think the way to deal with you is with Maya. Rest in peace, my favorite blue lion. Yeah, that's fair. Mercedes is my favorite blue lion. That's why I went out of my way to get her. Also, just because she's the best healer in the game, but that's beside the point. That was also a very redundant move, but at least it got Dorothea a level up. So maybe it wasn't.
All this power just to survive.
Okay. 55 crit, come on Yuri. Yes! Oh, and also lethality on top of that, because he wasn't already dead enough. Oh, Hubert doesn't counter, right, because I took the Caduceus staff off of him. That's fine though. What I'll do is I'll bring him closer. So everyone run back. Hubert, run here. You go there. Sure, use physics since you've got lots of them. Vernon, okay, cool. I like how that is there. So now we have to deal with Gadgis, who's been seriously buffed. Oof. What is it? It is weak to Lancers, which is Yuritsa. Just go with the Iron Lance for now. That Scythe of Serial was getting a bit low. And with the Tomahawk for some support. Yuri can go there. And Marianne can go here. And use her last heal on Yuri. I feel like Marianne's about to become a little bit useless, but she has done her job spectacularly. pointless. Healing focus. Alright, there he is. Oh my god. There's the crit. I've been waiting for it. Oh no, his battalion's gone. I didn't know it'd have 22 crit on Yaritza. God, I could have just lost Yaritza. But I'm glad the crit happened to Hubert, even if he did lose his battalion. He didn't get a chance to use his gambit, but that's alright. He'll be fine. So it's weak to axes. So what we want is for Caspar to do most of the heavy hitting. You aren't wrong. My favourite characters from every class would be Edelgard, Annette, Lysithea, and Happy. My favourite Church of Seros member being Shamir. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. I would take that. I would go Linhardt, Mercedes, Lysithea, and Happy. So yeah. And Shamir. So we're actually very, very similar there. We've got 3 out of 5 the same. Caspar can kill 2 with an axe. 2 barriers, I mean. No more Assault Troop for you. No more Resonant Flames for you. Oh, he didn't even get to use Resonant Lightning. That's upsetting. What have you got? Oh, Linhardt. I completely forgot he has the Raging Flames Battalion. Perfect. I'm gonna have to use this on Rhea though. I'm gonna have to save the last one for Rhea. So it's just Cyril. It's Cyril, Rhea, and a couple of dolls. Oh, he can only move 2. Right, right. If only he had a spear. Assembly? Assembly works. Because that pulls him back and now Yaritza can attack the other barrier. Cyril, another character a lot of people call bland. I like Cyril. His supports with Lysithea, in particular, are really good. Cool. You attack with the Brave Bow, please. Actually, if Marianne can finish him off... She can't. She could potentially with a Blizzard crit. Oh my god, there it is! I love calling crits into existence. And now Yuri gets to finish it with Brave Bow. No, oh, he can't quite. Really close though. He might get lethality. He did not get lethality. That's okay. That's right. It's stunned. It's not going to hit us this turn anyway. So, to deal with this guy. Don't worry about it, man. You got this. You only have to do 1 damage, my guy. It's all you got to do. Caspar. Run up and hand axe this back square for me, will you? And then Ferdinand... Wait, no. I have to dance for Caspar first. Don't have Meteor equipped though, because you're too close. There we are. I like him for how much work he puts in throughout most of his supports, saying what he needs to most of the time and gets out. But I can say it'd be so much better if he didn't talk about Rhea as much as he breathes. Yeah, I know. It's like the one flaw that he has is he's just Lady Rhea, Lady Rhea, Lady Rhea, Lady Rhea, Lady Rhea. But like if he talked about something a little bit more interesting than just her all the time, he would be much more interesting as a character. I think the fact is though that he doesn't have any hobbies or interests or anything because he kind of grew up in a really shitty life. So like he doesn't have anything else to talk about that he wants to talk about. And I think Rhea is the only person that has ever come to him in his life, apart from possibly Hilda, that has showed any remote amount of consideration or care for him. So, like, she is his whole world, and it's very valid for him to feel that way. Yeah, it would be nice if you got some. That's okay. Speed and defense is great as well. Let's see, who can I physic? Might be worth just using a fortify here. I've got 4 of them. Cool. I don't care how much you power up the dolls. They're going down. Caspar has a brave axe, and he's not afraid to use it. Yes. Cool. 1 down, 1 to go. I'll just have you attack first. And then you can run onto the healing square. Or if he runs onto the healing square, he might be in range of Cyril. And I should have checked how much damage Cyril does first. Yeah, he is in range of Cyril. Shit. Cyril has a brave axe and he hits really hard. 58 attack with the brave axe, and he has axe fair. Yeah, axe fair. Ceres Pegasus Co as well, so he even has a battalion. I'd prefer someone who can actually take hits. Edelgard can. She has 38 protection, and what is he? 58, so he'll hit her twice and do 40 damage. I don't think she'll get crit. So battalion looking like endurance-wise, pretty good. She has 27 AS. He has 30. Oh boy. But that's only because she's holding the tomahawk. So 31. Alright. I think this is what I do. I have Edelgard sit on the heel tile. I dismount so she actually gets the benefit of the heel tile. And sit here with the silver axe. I think this works. He shouldn't have that much charm. I don't think he can crit her. Need to look at his abilities before I, you know... Oh, and she also has Alert Stance Plus. So I need to factor that in. So he has 110 hit. She has 49 avoid. When she stands on the heel tile and dismounts, she'll have 77 avoid for his 110 hit. I know she can tank him. I think this is the best way to lure Cyril out. I'm committed now. He's just going to switch to using a Gambit because he knows he'll get obliterated on the counterattack. So 10 might, 20% hit. That's how we lure Cyril out. Recover. I won't get to use Sacred Power though, which is unfortunate. Yeah. And then, oh, I have this crew here. I have to sort of figure out what I'm going to do with them. Okay, so floor is good here. And just dance so he can wait again and get another heal. Now he's full. Hubert's here. He's not quite on full health, but that's fine. He's about to be. We really are coming up to the closing stretch. Come at me. Well, and that's even all he says. Even his final words are just, get away from her. Oh my god. He actually hit Edelgard. And pulled her off the healing tile. Oh. I didn't expect that. The 20% hit. He doesn't have an Aurora shield. Axe of Void plus 20. That's a skill that only exists for him in this fight and no one else in the game. He has Keen Intuition as well. That's... oof. $14 hit. Holy shit. What is your Avoid, my guy? 75 Avoid. He has Avoid plus 10. Keen Intuition. Avoid plus 30. 2 or more spaces away. Alright, well, how about I just come up to you and hit you with the Woe Dao instead? I have Axe Breaker. What are you gonna do? Potentially hit me for 108 damage. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Okay, good. Yes, Yuri! Just further proving your point, Revi. Alright, Linhart, can you restore... okay, he's not quite in range. He'll have to move a bit. Alright, so now she's not rattled anymore.
Understood.
You can move up. You can move there. Yep. And yep. Hubert can't... See, I really wish I still had Hubert's Gambit. It makes a lot of sense if he just spoke similar to Hubert in a sense to show he's a bit more defensive of what he loves. I think it would help him a bit more to seem like less of a fanboy. More like a necessity, like he acts like he talks about all the things he does for out here. Yeah, he really needed to just be not so gung-ho about her. So, we still have Lysithia's Resonant Lightning, which is fantastic because if we hit the center square, it actually breaks the center square and damages every other square around it. And that's it. Like, we do have Caspar's Blaze as well. And we still have Linhart's Raging Flames. She has 37 charm. It's gonna be hard to hit her with Gambits. Unless Dorothea uses Rally Charm. In using Rally Charm, she will sacrifice her ability to dance. So it's like... really got to weigh up our options here. There you go. This is all fiery floor. It really sucks how it's all fiery floor. So that's an attack. What is your attack? Creststone of Seros, range 1 to 5, 15 might. But is it magic or is it physical? I don't know. She has 27 strength and 27 magic. So I don't know if it's a magical attack or if it's a physical... the power of physical or magical attacks? Oh wait, never mind. That's just the description of what attack is. Honest is the power of the Immaculate One. Barrier reduces damage by 70% while intact. Grants a void plus 30 against sword, lance, or axe users? Holy shit. I've never noticed that before. If Hubert dismounts, he can get close. Alright. So I think what I have to do... Someone with Miracle who's not going to die. And I think Caspar's going to be the bait. Yep. Lysithea doesn't necessarily have to worry. Hubert, you stand there in the fire so Lysithea can get a bit closer. I need Ferdinand to get closer too. He probably would have been better off being where Lysithea is now, come to think of it. Just mount up so you've got options for next turn. Alright, here we go. That looks like a magical attack to me. It could also be that it hits you wherever you're weakest. I think that is actually what it is. It hits wherever you're weakest. So it just did 31. Yeah, so it hit his res instead of... Yeah. So, I think we can... I need to save Aimer for later. Yuri can use the assault troop, and he's quite charming. Let's see. His Gambit has only got 20 hit. Oh. Battleground cleanup. She can't get close enough to use it. Mine's used up. That's not good. Although, Dorothea, let's equip Meteor. And now try. It goes up to 40. Alright. What he reminds me of is similar to the Royals in Fates. They all try to steal you back on all parts but Revelations, where they actually try to kill you. But it's literally in one character, and it's kicked up to an 11. It's a longer, more character-focused Fire Emblem, since the most we heard of the Royals in Fates was the chapters and times they talked to you in the hub. Yeah, he's very, very one-track minded. I agree with that. I need her to move closer. Even that isn't close enough. Only 10% chance. Hubert can't use his. She's going for the Hoarfrost AoE. Might 20, 100 hit. Foes hit are rattled, does not affect allies. So it just hits all around her? In front of her? Right, okay, so if Caspar goes back out of range... So if I go here with Lysithea, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then she has a chance to hit the center. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if he goes here, then he can actually go right up to Rhea next turn. This is really, really scary. And let's actually just test that theory. By having him dance and then seeing... No, he actually still can't. He needs to be here. Otherwise he won't be able to run up to her and hit her. Swift Strikes, Smite, Shatter Slash. Swift Strikes is good. He can cancel out her ability to counter. I think I'm going to have her just Physic. And yeah, Caspar, just run back here, man. I kind of need Linhart's Raging Flames. One, two, three. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's Fiery Floor everywhere. Oh, that's annoying. Floor. 2, 3. I don't think Linhart can even... Oh, wait, no, he counts as... He's actually just running freely over the Fiery Floor. That's right, because he's a magic unit. He can do that. Alright. Yeah, sure, why not? Just punch the wall. Vent your frustration. Nemesis terrified me at the end of the Golden Deer Path. That was practically a normal unit, yeah. Okay, Edelgard, you go there. So your AoE isn't going to hit anyone now, and no one is currently standing in her range to get hit. I think I'll come here. If Marianne goes there, she'll get hit on the protection, like on the physical side, so that'll be 30 damage to her. So just go here. Yuritsa has less mobility than Yuri, so I think I'll have him run up. And then Yuri can go here, actually. And that's a safe spot for him to stand. Okay, everyone's relatively safe at the moment. Okay. Okay. What are you roaring to? There's no one left to help. Unless it's just intimidation tactics. So... Yuritsa still has flash fire arrows, but I don't think... Yeah, he's only got a 40% chance to hit. So that's not, you know, very viable. If I still had my blaze, that would be perfect, but I had to use it. Battleground cleanup. Oh, she can't reach. Edelgard still has hers. Yuri still has his, but it's only a 35 hit. Linhart, let's see what yours does. It's only a 35 hit. My god. How am I meant to deal with this? It's not like I can Divine Pulse if I miss. Like, it's just... Ideally, this is what I want to do. That's only a 10% shot. Ferdinand's used up both of his. She's used his. His is gone. She's used hers. Yeah, I don't know how to proceed. I honestly don't know. If she attacks, what are we doing? We're looking at getting doubled, 23 times 2. She does survive with a miracle, and this destroys a barrier, but she's out of monsters. She just pulled a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Bad draw. I like that analogy. I think Dorothea just gets schwacked. There's no point even trying. The one good thing about Rhea's attack is that it doesn't have the best hit. It's only 102 hit. Let me just check Raging Storm. Effective against dragons. Okay. And she also has Monster Breaker. So if I use Raging Storm, it's only a 70 hit. Okay, she needs more support. I could stand here, use Sublime Heaven. I think this is good. I think I can see my plan forming. Windsweep means no counter. Assassinate is not going to work. Once he gets a few more people in there of support, then Raging Flames should be a go. Oh, I didn't give Caspar. That's alright. Lysithea, Seraphim. I think I've got my plan. And it begins with this. Ugh. Alright, that's why we have Marianne. Marianne can heal. Assist. Physic. Not very well, but it will be enough to prevent Byleth from getting killed. He 26, can't crit, 41 HP. Alright, so... now if I look at Linhardt's Gambit, it's a 55. Okay. If I look at Lysithea shooting the one in the middle, that's going to be the hardest one to hit. Not Gambit, no. Although, what is the Gambit chance now? 15? No. 78% chance. I know she lives because of Miracle. I think I want that chance to hit to be a bit bigger. And I think I can make it bigger. Yuri does have Windsweep. And he has a Gambit which could possibly hit. But I think Windsweep is the way to go. It'll only crack this barrier, but... Okay, Yuritsa. You've got Windsweep as well. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 6. I think he might even be able to Canto back after using Windsweep. The Gambit chance, though. Give back your mother? You shouldn't have shoved her into him. Pretty much. Pretty much. Do I go for the Flash Fire arrows? I think I have to. Missed. That's okay. Now she's going for Yuritsa. 15 damage. Even a crit won't kill him. I mean, I'm not going to question it, but sure. 55 on Linhardt's. It's not enough damage for me to be happy with it. 50 with the Assault Troop? No. I'll just Windsweep with the Silver Sword. It's what I should have done with Yuritsa, but I had to go for the bigger damage. Now, what's Edelgard's chances looking like? Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
What do you feel like?
Just samosas would be good. 10? Okay. That'd be awesome, thank you. Laura's gonna make me lunch. She's a good girl. Yeah, look, 80. I think this is the best supporting cast she can have at this point in time.
So it's true. You don't value human life at all. Isn't that life in your opinion? Nonsense. Those who do not accept their own sins are undeserving of salvation. You humans are the ones who betrayed. You betrayed me, and you betrayed my mother. I did not betray you or her. I never believed in you from the beginning.
That is the sickest burn in Fire Emblem history, in my opinion. Nice miss. Alright, 1 barrier busted. 7 more to go. Edelgard's wyvern will be celebrated for generations of wyverns to come. I guarantee you it'll be like the proudest moment. 3 health bars too, it's such a scary thing. It's 4 health bars, it's 3 spares. Ah, finally got hit. Aimer broke. That's okay. We don't need to use aimer anymore. I think the gambit is actually the better way to go now. Equip. Gambit. This will break a barrier and crack another one. Now Lysithea can shoot for the middle, and I think if she does enough damage... Oh, if she does enough damage, she won't even face a counterattack, so I've got to have someone do a little bit more damage. Caspar. How's your gambit looking now? 55? Still not incredible. Linhardt. 60. Well, it's now or never. Ugh! That was his last one. Okay, thank you. I have to go for this one now. 55. He doesn't have Monster Breaker. Oh, that gambit missing is such a big deal. Spear. I'll go for it. Good. Nice miss. That's what happens when Ferdinand has confidence. Okay. Now I think Lysithea can hit the 83 though. It's only an 83 chance. Could always dance her if it comes to it. Oh no, Dorothea can't go close enough. But it's the only thing I have to hit that center. It's actually all I have to hit the center. So this is pretty much it for Lysithea. This is it. Like, Seraphim has to do it. Oh, good. Okay. Actually, she's not going to do an AoE, is she? She's going after Edelgard. So if she's not doing an AoE, her barriers won't all repair unless... Let me double check. Calculates damage using the lower of foe's protection or resilience. This is what happened. Yeah, now she has Death Blow, so she will actually kill Edelgard. Counterattack. Ancient Dragon Skin, Ancient Dragon Wrath. Alright, so it doesn't look like she has an ability that restores her armor every single turn. She does have Death Blow active at the moment, though. I think if Caspar can land this gambit... Ugh. If only Hubert still had his... It's alright. This is still possible. Arrow of Indra. The 1% crit, but Hubert has a miracle anyway. Nosferatu, Dark Spikes, Death, can't crit with that, so... Banshee, Maya. The Ancient Dragon Skin would prevent that. Miasma times 2. Even if Hubert gets hit, Mercedes is right there with Fortify. Might be better to go after this one with Maya, though. Yeah, I don't think she'll be affected by the defense lowering aspect of Maya. Yeah, she wasn't. Yeah, Mercedes used up her gambit. Dorothea will just get killed if I put her in range, so I'm not going to put her in range. Not yet. Meteor is too good to have equipped. So I think we'll go with Physic instead. Before I do that, what's Mercedes' Fortify range? Fortify doesn't hit Edelgard. That's really bad. I would have to move Mercedes in danger to get Edelgard with Fortify. So I think what I have to do... I'm just going to come here real quick. Borrow that healing stuff. And Physic Edelgard. Yeah, okay. Now she's back at full health, and you're still going for Edelgard, okay. Well, that works. Yeah, I'll take that back now. Oh yeah, Dorothea still has Thunderbrand. I mean, sorry, Mercedes still has Thunderbrand, that's funny. Yep. As much as I don't like 30 when he's young, he's so useful. He is, yeah. Come at me. Ow. Okay, so she's preparing for AoE, but we're going to destroy these barriers this turn for sure. Gambit's still only 25 hit. Wow. Okay, let's not then. I don't want to use Seraphim there because she'll probably still get schwacked. Yuri. Silver bow works. Brave bow does a little bit more damage. He could also proc lethality, so the more times he shoots, the greater chance he has of just reducing your health bar to 0. Oh, the Crest of Auburn actually prevents counterattacks. God, this character is the best to just have brave weaponry on. Now, Lysithea. Seraphim still isn't killing. But this'll do it. Oof. Umbral Steel times 10. Okay, well, what am I gonna do with all that? This is the last fight. Come on. Now Seraphim's doing a lot more damage. $82 and $25. 83 and 25. Okay, so Seraphim's actually just better. When you got 4 chances not to get countered, yeah, I know, right? Well, it's technically only 2. But yeah. Alright, Ferdinand, come here. Swift strikes. Spear of Asal. There's the Crest of Keyhole. She couldn't have even countered if she wanted to. Oh, hey. Lysithea, have a Thunderbrand. Lysithea has Thunderbrand, everyone. We did it. Mission success. Is there anything that gives you crit? Thunder? Ragnarok. This 1% crit would be hilarious. Nope. Marianne. Nosferatu, Blizzard, Thoron. Blizzard, can you get a crit? They should have just gave it times 10 question mark and it's an item for New Game Plus to help make super weapons. I like that. That's a good thought. Pew! And pew! Lysithea of the Thunderbrand, yeah. I mean, it's her sword now. She has the Crest of Karen. I think this is going to be the first time Dorothea has attacked in a long time. Hit her right in the guts. Slow fill. That last health bar goes up to 200 on Maddening. Or 205 or something crazy. I think in total, Rhea has about 600 HP when you count all 4 of her bars. Because each one gets bigger.
So we should be ready about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Wasn't drama. How's it going?
Seems to be going well.
Mm-hmm.
Cutting Gale, Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Let's use the Numa Gale. She gonna stab a dragon. Unfortunately, she may not get the chance. It would be funny if I did it though. It would be the second time I've done it. Okay, Lena. Yeah, nice and warm. Yeah.
I'm glad she's joining you on your stream.
Scythe of Cereal. Even 2 crits won't kill, but we gotta go. We gotta do this. This doesn't kill. You know what? I'm gonna do it. But just to be safe... I don't understand maddening / lunatic runners doing those hardest mode runs. I would probably not attempt a maddening Ironman because, like, I don't think even to this day it has been done. The game is balanced around using Divine Pulse. So, like, I don't think it's possible. 1 HP. And she can't even pull a bullshit miracle out of her ass because she's on literally 1 HP. Go, Lysithia, fulfill your destiny. Oh my god, she even crit. That's a screenshot moment. I won the Ironman! Yes! Oh, I did it. Whew. Yay. Okay. Only 2 deaths on this Ironman. I'm honestly impressed with myself, considering this is from a new game as well. It's not a new game plus. Oh yeah, Talkable Kirby, are you still here? This is for you. Sound off if you're still here. You're livelier than normal.
Oh, is it noticeable? I imagine we've spent so much time together that you understand everything about me by now. The truth is, I want to ask you a once-in-a-lifetime question.
Wow, you really just clipped that for me. That's amazing. Thank you.
Yes. I know that the end of the war hasn't granted you limitless free time. But you must have more time on your hands than you did during the war, yes?
Yes.
Would you spend that time with me? I want to know more about you. I want to solve the mysteries that surround you. I don't think I'll ever meet anyone more intoxicating than yourself.
Wow. Wow.
I want you to be mine, and I want to be yours. Here is proof of my desire. Will you accept it?
Do you just want me for my body? Or my crest? I love you, Linhart. Aw.
I don't know what I would have done with myself if you turned me down.
Best buy character in the game.
Though I feel like I've come to understand rather a lot about you. So I didn't honestly think you'd reject me.
Confident.
Oh, just wait. I will understand you even more. Our future together has only just begun. Before I become bored with this business, I wish to learn all there is about your crest and your strength. And perhaps we'll even come up with ways I can help you guide Fulton.
That'd be lovely.
Crest scholar and you as a leader of Fulton. We will take our first steps together into this new world. The two of us working as one. Once things settle down, we can retire to the countryside. A place where the air is fresh, the lakes are full of fish, the sun is warm, and where we may nap deep.
That's the most important thing of all. I'm into napping.
Without
No, but it is a nice plus. Yeah.
I value you too much to let you spend your whole life laboring for others. You're the hero of Falkland, after all. Besides, maps are the entire point of retirement.
He's not wrong. Oh wow, that's a... I didn't know how good his marriage portrait was until now. That's really good. I think that might be my favorite one yet. That's a really good portrait.
But when that day comes, to have you there lying by my side, paradise, and we will have made it so.
That is adorable. Some of this endgame artwork, like marriage artwork, is a bit questionably done to me, to be honest. No offense to the artist who did them. But that Linhardt one is really good. Okay, so now we get to see how many times Edelgard wrecked shop. Oh, Bernie! I'm glad she got at least one. I lost her in chapter 6. That was very upsetting. Oh, and we lost Petra in chapter 13 as well. So I'm glad she got an MVP at some point. Oh, I did all the paralogs as well. Well, all the paralogs that I had unlocked. This was about the time when I realized I was going to make Linhardt a war monk, because he kept leveling strength. It was, Talkable Kirby and I, we both decided that was the way he was gonna go. And I was like, you want to keep getting bigger muscles? I'm gonna make you into a fist fighter. And so I did. Edelgard, Edelgard, Edelgard. Oh, and then... Wait, I did Darkness Beneath the Earth in 4 turns? Well, that was fast. Yes, Edelgard was incredibly useful as a Wyvern Lord. I really don't think her in the Emperor class is, good. Like, it fits her character and makes her look imposing, but I think just as a Wyvern Lord, she's infinitely better. Ooh. Now I get to see what became of everyone. So nothing really... I mean, sometimes a guy just can't stop the growth. You really just said that, huh? I like it. Okay. I think Lysithea just goes back into obscurity, but that's fine. Like, she was so helpful. Bye. Mercedes. Oh, well, I'm glad that happened for her. I've never seen her solo ending before. She's usually paired with someone. Bernadetta. Became seriously ill after the Battle of Garrigmark and lived as a recluse. She was unable to make the promised meeting. So she didn't die, she just lived as a recluse. Okay, Bernadetta didn't die, everyone. Yaritza threw himself fully into the struggle against those who slither in the dark. He waste to his enemies with a scythe that terrified friend and foe alike. I wonder if he helped Mercedes at the orphanage. Wyvern Lord as a class is just the best axe class, even if the War Master has a really good mastery skill, yeah. Yuri. Yuri's the real Robin Hood. Petra. Fell in the Great Bridge Coup. Ethereal Moon 1185. Petra, our one canon death of the game. Ooh, these two. Come on. Oh, okay. Well, that's really nice. I don't know if they ended up, like, married or not, since she kind of, like, brother zoned him early in the game. Hey, this is what I want to see. Wow. That's a great ending for them. I'm amazed Ferdinand killed more people than Hubert. Occasional recklessness. Yeah. Oh, she disappeared and went on by herself, so now it's just... Wings of the Hedgeman? Ragamuffin Sage. They were disappointed to see there was no time to relax. Fair. Oh, so they lived a very relaxing life after dealing with Twisted. That's good. I'm glad that ended up happening. So this is an alright song, but honestly, I like the Edge of Dawn that plays like when you finish Golden Deer and Blue Lions. I think I like that version. Wow, that's my first ever recorded Ironman victory in any game. Damn. Thank you for joining me, and those of you who showed up over the last 16 episodes to support me. Really appreciate it. I'm really glad that I was able to do this. I'll probably do another Ironman later. I'm gonna leave it a while though, because there are other games I'd like to play first. Like I want to do a run of Subnautica on the channel. I'd like to start playing Metro 2033, because I've had that game for like 4 years and haven't played it. So, but yeah, when I do come back to playing Three Houses on stream again, it will be a Blue Lions Ironman. I tried a Golden Deer one already and failed in Chapter 7. Oh, thanks for the follow, Revy, as well. Really grateful to that. Yeah. So, yeah, Blue Lions Ironman is on the cards in the future, but it won't be happening, like, relatively soon. I've still got my XCOM 2 Ironman to complete, and I'm still playing Persona 5 and the Pokemon Nuzlocke on the weekends. I do actually plan to come back in about an hour and start the next part of my XCOM 2 Ironman playthrough. So, I mean, unless it's super late for you or you're not interested in XCOM, it'd be cool if you came back in about an hour. I'm gonna be taking a break for lunch, and yeah. But I'm so glad I was able to finish this, and thank you for clipping that little bit there with Lysithia at the end. I wouldn't have thought to do it, so I'm glad you did, Revy. Yeah. So I'll be off now, and thanks for supporting me. Peace out for now.